Genuine, kind, and positive are some of the words people use to describe Mark Hortman.
As Derek James shares, while known as Melissa's husband, he was much more than that.
A year later, the people who loved Mark Hortman still find themselves returning to certain moments. For his son Colin, one of them happened on a mountain bike trail north of Duluth.
Unprompted, my dad was like, "One of the reasons I love mountain biking so much," and I'm like, "No, why?" And he's like, "Because you can go so much further than you could into nature than you could on a walk."
A simple observation capturing how Mark Hortman lived his life. As a curious explorer, eager to see what was around the next corner. Family and friends remember a man whose enthusiasm for life left an imprint on everyone around him.
I only heard Mark yell once in his life.
The funny memory comes from Mark's father. The one and only time anyone can recall Mark raising his voice involved a young Colin carrying a cell phone into the ocean.
He had to get my attention because I was, a couple hundred yards away. So, was he actually yelling or was he just trying to get my attention,
That sounds more like the Mark everyone knew. An easygoing but dynamic man whose life revolved around his family.
He is the most genuine person I've ever met in my life. Mark was really one of these people who had a positive outlook in life. You'd ask him, "Hey, how you doing, Mark?" And he'd say, "Great." And he'd mean it.
Long before he became a husband, father, and friend, he was a kid growing up in Raleigh, North Carolina.
He always wanted to find a faster way to do something,
which he did when his dad brought home an early Xerox computer.
He jumped on that thing and started writing programs.
His interest in computers, physics, and robots led him to NC State and the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. After graduating, he worked for IBM in Maryland, while Melissa interned in Washington, D.C. They met when both signed up to volunteer as mentors at a local school and were matched to the same student. Mark and Melissa were engaged 3 months later.
He never brought a girl home. She was the first one. She fit right into the family just immediately.
They got married in 1993. From that point on, friends and family described them as a single, joyful current.
Funding our schools.
When Melissa was away for legislative work, Mark took on many different hobbies. Colin describes them like waves in an ocean.
There was a bunch of different waves. My dad was always just stoked on some new thing.
Mountain biking, brewing beer, drinking whiskey, cooking, music, and playing pool. What kind of pool player was Mark?
So Mark was a very interested, active pool player.
Ross Bennett was on 2 billiards teams with Mark. They also played cards and went to sporting events together.
The last time Mark and I played was right here. I was working with him for a couple hours before leagues on his strategy and his stuff like that.
With Mark and Melissa, friends like Bennett became family.
They were just a really delightful couple. We had a lot of fun together. And I would say of the 4 of us, Mark was the biggest optimist.
Robin Ann and Paul Williams were close friends of the Hortmans. They say there was nothing formal about their friendships. They often enjoyed dining and traveling together.
They opened the door, never knocked or rang the bell. They'd just come in and they always brought their slippers.
Others found themselves drawn in to that sense of ease.
It was just like literally falling off a log to get along with them. So I don't know if that's just personal chemistry or if it's a testament to who they were, but it was always easy and enjoyable.
For Colin, some of the most meaningful memories are the ordinary ones.
It's the family home stuff, like playing pool in the basement, playing golf links like on the original Xbox with my uncle in North Carolina, my Uncle Lee.
Moments now priceless, with one cross-country road trip standing out above the others.
When he drove me back from California, he flew his mountain bike out and we threw it in the car and had all of our stuff up top. The views that we had on that trip and just like the bonding that him and I did was really incredible. Not that we needed to be any closer, we already were.
What remains is the shape of a life that continues to echo through others.
I don't think he had any regrets at all in his life. He did what he wanted to do, married the perfect woman for him, had great kids, and had fun.
I have tried very hard to make time for friends because you don't realize that you won't always have that time. I want to continue to embrace my friends the way that Mark embraced me as a friend.
And an absence that lingers.
He was just such a great dad to us, and I think that that's the hardest part for me, is losing my perfect dad.
I know that there's a hole in our family. The hole will be there forever.
Jay Carroll told me that Colin has overseen the restoration of the Hortman family home over this past year. He and Mark's sister Lisa are among those spending the weekend there as they all mourn together.
Yeah. Well, it was lovely learning more about Mark, you know, and seeing that you could see why they were such a perfect couple.
Yeah,
Just
I love the way they met
well-matched.
with the same kid that they were mentoring. I never heard that story.
Well, and what's really interesting is so many people, when they said, hey, did you ever get a chance to meet Mark? And I said, no, I didn't. Multiple people said, man, you would have loved this man. And I think that says more than anything about who he was.
And thank you to his father and friends for talking to us. Yeah. Thank you, Derek.